This is Terry Kurtz On-Line reporting on Victor Valley, High Desert, and Mojave River Valley events, activities, entertainment, sports, and history. Not pulling out all stops, rather installing more all-way stops. Open this report. 4-way stop signs are being installed at 2 intersections in the Victor Valley, one a busy crossing in Hesperia, the other a remote intersection bordering Victorville city limits with the county. An all-way stop along Arrowhead Lake Road in Hesperia is being installed at the intersection of Arrowhead Lake Road and Danbury Avenue. The intersection handles traffic from residents and many traveling to and from Hesperia Lake Park, Ranchero Road, Highway 173, Mojave River Forks Regional Park, and the San Bernardino Mountains. Many commuters from Apple Valley also pass through the intersection on their way to and from Interstate 15. Another 4-way stop is being installed at the intersection of Bear Valley and Monta Vista roads just west of Highway 395. The right-of-way at the intersection of Bear Valley and Monta Vista is split between Victorville on the east and San Bernardino County on the west. This 4-way stop is an interim measure until the city of Victorville has the final resources to fund the installation of a permanent traffic signal. Victor Valley Community College District is seeking applications for members of the community to serve as an appointed member of the Board of Trustees until the next regularly scheduled election for governing board members in November. Applicants should contact Michelle Painter, the Senior Executive Assistant to the Superintendent, by May 20th. Victor Valley College has introduced its first class of inductees into the Rams Athletics Hall of Fame. The late Willie Davis Pringle was the first inductee into the Hall of Fame, recognized for his dedication and commitment to the college for over 3 decades. Shown here in dedication ceremonies for the Willie Pringle Athletic Room. He was an all-conference defensive end his 2 seasons playing football at VVC, as well as an outstanding wrestler. Willie Pringle served in various roles at VVC, including football coach, athletic director, ASB advisor, and director of student services. The second inductee into the Hall of Fame is Jay Tashima, who served as athletic director and certified athletic trainer for over 30 years. Jay was a driving force behind many of the advancements and projects within Victor Valley College athletics. In addition to the Hall of Fame inductees, the Rams Excellence Award was presented to Brandon Bollinger from the men's wrestling team and Ebony Blacksmith from the women's basketball team. The Ram Coach of the Year Award was given to Rocky Humphrey, who coached the wrestling team to its first conference championship in school history. Joseph W. Brady is all smiles when the topic is Victor Valley College. In this interview, he offers a progress report and elaborates on the Leadership Summit in Washington, D.C., attended by a large contingent of VVC personnel.
There's all kinds. So let's start with, in December, I became president of the Board of Trustees for the 4th time. And I'm just working with 4 great trustees, Dennis Henderson, Jennifer Tarpley, Sharon Pinkerton, and Brandon Wood. And then Dr. Walden, we just gave him a 4-year contract.
Wow.
And we adjusted his pay accordingly. He's done a great job. He deserves. I mean, Victor Valley College, our attendance and enrollment is up 50%. 50% last 2 years. 50, okay? There's no other state. So we're the fastest growing community college in the state. We just picked up another $2 million because of it. So we're no longer a small community college, we're now a mid-size. We're in the top 5, I understand, nationally. Okay, nationally. I mean, we're knocking out of the park. We got the Lady Rams basketball team that, Ebony Blacksmith is our star. I mean, I'm hoping to have them in the next board meeting. We just came back. This was the first year that I ever decided to go back to the National Legislative Summit for all the community colleges in the country. They had a record crowd. They had 1,300. All 5 of the trustees went back this year. I'll tell you, we had 4 students that were with us this year, and I really want to acknowledge them. So our ASB President and Student Trustee is Jennifer Weiss. Our ASB Vice President is Amber Herrera. Our ASB Senior Senator is Richard Quio. And Richard, I'm sorry if I butchered your name. And then our ASB Senator is Jacob Kleinsmith. You have no idea, Terry. Deb and I don't have any children. So when people ask how many children we have, we always say 25,000. So here we're able to meet with our great Congressman Jay Obernolte. They were able to meet in his office. I didn't go to that particular meeting because we went to his house that night. So him and Heather were just gracious. Okay, they invited our board over and the 4 students, and they invited 4 members of the Barstow Community College over, so they were there. So Dr. Bagg was there, and Paul Wilkie was there. Julie Hackbarth was there. I mean, it was great. It was a great networking of not only trustees, but the dinner was great. Jay and Heather have done a very, very good job. They've got a great view of the Capitol. But most importantly, watching our 4 students, 4 students sit down and talk to their congressman about Pell Grants and what needs to be done and the changes and how they're getting taxed. And then we were really lucky through a friendship that I've got with Congressman Pete Aguilar. So Pete is down the Redlands area. I've known Pete literally 30 years. It was funny, I looked up something the other day about him. I might send this to him. Pete was born, I think, 9 days after I graduated from college. Okay? He's done incredibly well. So Pete, I graduated in June of 1979. He's done incredibly well. While he's on the Democratic side, it doesn't matter. So he was gracious enough. His staff did everything possible to work around our schedule for the conference to get us on in there. He was really attentive. He gave us 25 quality minutes, and our students told their stories, their personal stories about why they're there. And we're one of the top, if not the top, ASB, Associated Student Body, groups in the country. So he really enjoyed it. He sent me a couple texts back and forth. We've traded some emails. The same group, plus I think another 12, are going back in March, back again. So unfortunately, Pete will not be there in session, but his staff will be there. Jay will not be there, his staff will be there. So it's great to watch your students, because that's why we're there, okay, to watch them advocate. So it was a great trip. I think that we learned a lot. It was a record crowd. They had 1,300. The community colleges are really where you get this base education, and so there's a lot of attention. I'll tell you the one thing that was rather disappointing is that you can tell that Washington's just at absolute standstill. So nothing's really getting done. I think that Congressman Obernolte's been really smart about how he has not only played this out, but how he's working it. So apparently when he's in session, and they can, he'll have 4 or 5 Democrats over and 4 or 5 Republicans for dinner, and they all sit down, there's no politics, and they just get to know each other. And he's got a nice area up on the 3rd floor, have a little libation, a nice little bar. But you're able to have these casual conversations, and I think it's allowed him and Heather to really leverage our interests here within our region. So Heather and Jay, a big shout out. What else is going on? The Educational Conference Center. We are hoping to hold our gala on May 4th there, and unfortunately, Kirsten Acosta, the executive director of the foundation, just had to notify everybody today that it's been moved to June 8th, and we're going to be back at the Hilton Garden Inn. So there's been some delays caused for a multitude of different reasons, the weather, et cetera, et cetera. But last Saturday, I had a great opportunity. It was a great 90-minute tour with Dr. Walden and John Nowlin. John is what I call the executive vice president of college, and Morley Davis, to go tour literally every bit of the Educational Conference Center, where the food's going to be prepped, the bathrooms, the big conference room, where the boardroom's going to be. I think Morley said that for fire we can seat 594 there. It's going to be a beautiful building. Terry, the stadium, it's you would love it because you're such a sports guy. We got up in the press box and looked down. The logo, the amount of drains underneath the field and how they're done, the track. The track will be put down here sometime by the beginning of May, so people can qualify for the Olympics on it. So that's really exciting. We're also doing some work back there at the baseball diamond. I know that you had mentioned that the baseball games are somewhere else. Well, I can tell you there's a couple of us on the board of trustees that are really pushing. I will tell you this, I believe, and I am a huge supporter of increasing the budget at VVC for sports. Why? I think if you have winning sports like our ladies basketball team is, people want to come there. It's a good feeder to a four-year university. And if you're playing well like they are, they're in the state tournament right now. People get behind that. They rally. They feel good. So I'm a huge supporter. Knocking off. When I first got to college, some people came to me and said, we need to get rid of sports. I'm the wrong guy to talk to about getting rid of sports. I've been around my entire life. A couple great things that Robert Sewell, and Robert, a big shout out. You did such a great job in chaperoning all of us to Washington. We all got there on time. We all behaved. Nobody got in trouble. But a couple things that have recently come about that I want to share. At the conclusion of fall 2023, we collectively served 14,452 unduplicated students, a 21.3 increase from the 22 fall semester. Moreover, we've expanded our courses significantly, increasing from 1,436 to 1,692 sections, an average growth of 252 sections. What does that mean? More classes, more scheduling, more opportunities. We are in the business of educating students, and we are doing everything through our registration program to be able to get there. And I'll tell you, through the help of Dr. Todd Scott and Mackenzie Tarango, that is a major issue on how we really refine. VVC kicked off its inaugural registered nurse apprenticeship to Desert Valley Hospital and St. Mary's Medical Center. Our men's wrestling team emerged as a dominant force this year, perfect 4-0 record. Let's see, just a couple other. We also received the John Rice, this is a big one, the John Rice Awards presented annually to one California community college that has demonstrated success in implementing student-centered programs and services. In 2023, we were awarded the John Rice Award again for not only that, but our strong tutoring program, vibrant math and writing centers, innovative student-run call center that provides immediate support to the students. So everything's clicking. So now hopefully our board will be in the Educational Conference Center by hopefully June or July of this year. So I'm really excited. And I just want to give a shout out to Jennifer, Amber, Richard, and Jacob. Deb and I felt so proud coming back. It's like taking your kids to college. You just watch them grow, and you watch how they talk and what they care about. And I sat back in Aguilar's office and just watched their passion. And I'll tell you, I could tell. I've known Pete a long time by body language, and he really cares. So Pete, a big shout out to you. Hopefully they're going to get to see you again. I think we'll do that trip again. Last thing that I want to pitch. I can't spend enough time pitching what we do. The Hispanic Serving Institutions, which is called HSI Division, provides grant funding to institutions of higher education to assist with strengthening institutional programs, facilities, and services to expand educational opportunities for Hispanic Americans and other underrepresented populations. We just received a letter from the Department of Education about that, and it's a nice award to have to help those students. So, again, Robert, thanks for helping me bring this update on Victor Valley Community College, and on behalf of my fellow board of trustees, Sharon Pinkerton, our vice president, our clerk Brandon Wood, Jennifer Tarpley, and Dennis Henderson. We're doing great. We invite you to our board meetings. They're Tuesday, the second Tuesday of every month at 6:00 p.m. And as I said to Dr. Dan, I'm counting down the days that we're out of that building, and they can repurpose it, and we'll be in a great place doing great board meetings. So, and thanks to everybody. Looking forward to the gala also in June.
Terry Kurtz On-Line was brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road.
Go, go,
Bid fast and last. World-class auctioneers. Solid quality truck body. Family owned and operated since 1954. The Bradco Companies, our area's longest standing full-service commercial brokerage firm. Iwanzak Law Firm. Trial lawyers for serious problems. We got 'em Tees. Your headquarters for custom screen printing and mastercraft embroidery design. And by the Holiday Inn in Victorville. The Holiday Inn, conference and convention center for the high desert. And destination of choice of visitors and travelers to the Victor Valley. Terry Kurtz here, throwing out an invitation for you to catch up with High Desert Sports Activity, your High Desert Sports Report, showing 3 times every day on Victor Valley TV, 7 and 11 every morning, 4 every afternoon. We hope you'll join us right here on Victor Valley TV.
Gary Sutherland of Hesperia won the pro race in the return of the Adelanto Grand Prix. FMF KTM supported Sutherland came from behind to capture the $2,000 first place purse in the Showcase Pro event, AMA West Coast's 2015 kickoff of the Big Six Grand Prix Series. Sutherland averaged roughly 12 minutes a lap in the 8 laps of the 90-minute timed pro event, finishing ahead of Precision Concepts Kawasaki's Justin Seeds of Phelan. Seeds took home the $1,500 second place money. Colton Udall of Oceanside finished third. 110 racers began the pro race, 94 finished. An enduro section of the course was constructed on the infield of Heritage Field at Maverick Stadium, posing a particularly high degree of difficulty in the woodpile portion. The course encompassed 8.2 miles, most of it desert terrain adjacent to Heritage Field at Maverick Stadium. The course was designed in part by former King of Adelanto, perennial Grand Prix champion Ty Davis. The Hall of Fame racer, 333 for this event in his blue number 59, won the Veterans Heavyweight Expert race, top veteran overall, and finished in the top half of the pro event. The Enduro Loop featured tractor tire jumps, a log roll, a tunnel, and the notorious but hugely crowd-pleasing woodpile. 3 is Nicholas Burson, 51, third place finisher Colton Udall. 9 is Christopher Bach, who will finish 7th, followed by Ryan Reyna in green 31, the 10th place finisher. A member of the Southern California Motorcycle Club upped the purse in the pro event from $2,000 to over $8,000. The 26 classes of events drew nearly 1,500 entries. Promoters and sponsors were enormously pleased with the spectator turnout. In the WCGP Pro 2 event, Dalton Shirey, 246, took the checkered aboard his Pro Circuit Husky TC 250. Trevor Stewart, 275, took second in that Sunday finale. Stewart finished 8th in the main pro event the day prior. Back to the woodpile, 101 is Troy Vanscourt, who finishes 29th. H4, Tyler Frank goes down. 76 is Tyler Cullens, who finishes 37th. Cullen passes 321 Christopher Pitts. 325 is Brian Denny. 349, Stephen Benny will finish 40th. 116 is Jeremy Caudell. He finishes 41st. C999 Chance Fullerton passes stalled 310 Troy Haas, as do 305 and X8 Jake Orchard. 345 Justin Steenerson goes down, recovers. Troy Haas recovers, is passed by 114 Rory Dodson, who finishes 56th. C4 Trevor Hunter will go on to finish 50th. .868 Kyler McFetridge, 309 Cody Patton, 321 Kelly Gelhaus, 336 Brody Hunya, who goes on to finish 11th. 300 is Craig McCall, 314 Cordis Brooks, 331 Andrew Argulas. Argulas finishes 34th. 355 is Anthony Huntoft. 362 is Michael Novoa, who finishes 46th. Novoa passes 360 Juan Sanchatina, who cuts inside and passes. If you think the pros had problem in the woodpile, here are some of the Race 7 novice and beginners. 73 is Samuel Sanchez, 200 Lance Holmes, 64 Robert Darrow, 316 Wayne Pfeiffer. Connor Steele, 363, wins this novice beginner race, the only racer with a lap under 15 minutes in this event.
Terry Kurtz here, throwing out an invitation for you to catch up with High Desert Sports Activities, your High Desert Sports Report, showing 3 times every day on Victor Valley TV. 7 and 11 every morning, 4 every afternoon. Video action highlights coverage of high school athletes, teams, and sports programs, Victor Valley College Rams, and Barstow College Vikings athletic events. We hope you'll join us right here on Victor Valley TV. Terry Kurtz On-Line was brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville. Check out Down Home Grill's money-saving, inflation relief menu. Call 760-241-4663 for delivery, drive-through, pickup, or to order ahead for dine-in at Down Home Grill, corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road in Victorville. Bid fast and last. World-class auctioneers. Bid fast and last. Liquidation of government entities, vehicles, firearms, estates, antiques, fine jewelry, coins, and more. Bid online at bidfastandlast.com.
Kick tires, start fires, kick ass, take names, and rock and roll.
Valu Quality Truck Bodies. Family owned and operated locally since 1954. Valu manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide. Valu Quality Truck Bodies, proudly showcasing teams, athletes, and youth-oriented activities. The Bradco Companies. Joseph W. Brady's Bradco Companies. Bradco, leading efforts to improve the quality of life and standard of living for all residents throughout our high desert region.
Serious legal problems? Don't go it alone. The other guys have attorneys just waiting to blow you away. Contact Iwanzak. Accidental death? Injured on the job? Contact Iwanzak. Law firm. Trial lawyers for serious problems.
We Got 'em Tees, your headquarters for custom screen printing and mastercraft embroidery designs. We Got 'em official CIF sanctioned Chanel patches for varsity jackets. We Got 'em Tees since 1984. 2 locations, Apple Valley and Upland. Oh yeah, We Got 'em Tees. And by the Holiday Inn in Victorville. The Holiday Inn, conference and convention center for the high desert and favored destination for travelers and visitors to the Victor Valley. The county's Liaison Education and Risk Network class, Learn, is being offered to educate food operators on food safety. Learn is a free training class based on the fundamentals of active managerial control and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's risk factors that lead to foodborne illnesses. The class is designed to educate operators on food safety, teach practices and procedures that will reduce foodborne illnesses, and provide a forum to network about various food safety topics. People who benefit include anyone who prepares or serves or handles food and can promote change in the facility to ensure safe food is served. All classes are free. Classes will be held monthly, and space is limited. Visit this website to view class dates and RSVP. The Victor Valley Community Services Council is offering free mobility devices. Do you know a senior in need of a mobility device? The Victor Valley Community Services Council provides free wheelchairs, walkers, bedside commodes, canes, and more to those who qualify. The agency recently received a generous donation of wheelchairs from High Desert Second Chance. For more information, please call 760-243-9646. The Bureau of Land Management has awarded 2 grants totaling almost $5 million to accelerate the training and placement of excess wild horses and burros into private care. These grants are part of the BLM's efforts to encourage more adopters to give a wild horse or burro a good home. The Adoption Incentive Program provides up to $1,000 to adopt an untrained wild horse or burro from the BLM. The goal of the program is to reduce BLM's recurring costs to care for unadopted and untrained wild horses and burros, while helping to enable the BLM to confront a growing overpopulation of wild horses and burros on fragile public rangelands. Thanks to its Adoption Incentive Program and the online corral, the BLM has doubled the rate of private care placement over the last 5 years. Vouchers are now available to have dogs or cats spayed or neutered. Residents with dogs or cats in San Bernardino County's unincorporated communities can request a voucher for $50 towards spaying and neutering. To request a voucher, call the Pet Overpopulation Coalition at 888-767-2550 or email the address shown. Your help is being sought to clear our San Bernardino County shelters by adopting, not shopping. If you are looking for a new four-legged friend, the First District is home to several animal shelters with dogs and cats in need of loving homes. The Board of Supervisors recently approved funding toward reduced pet adoption fees at the Big Bear and Devore animal shelters through June of 2024. Cats are now $10 and dogs are $20. This includes spaying, neutering, microchip, and most vaccines. Other local shelters include the Hesperia Animal Shelter on Santa Fe Avenue and the Apple Valley Animal Shelter on Powhatan Road. The Apple Valley Animal Shelter Rescue Team regularly posts photos of animals ready for adoption. For more information, please call 760-240-7555. San Bernardino County birth and death certificates are now available online. San Bernardino County's Vital Statistics Registration Office has launched a new service that allows residents to purchase certified copies of birth and death certificates online. Currently, the service is available for births and deaths that occurred in the past 2 years. Records for events older than 2 years can be obtained at San Bernardino County Hall of Records. Terry Kurtz here, throwing out an invitation for you to catch up with High Desert Sports Activities, your High Desert Sports Report, showing 3 times every day on Victor Valley TV, 7 and 11 every morning, 4 every afternoon. Your half-hour High Desert Sports Report, the area's only video action highlights coverage of high school athletes, teams, and sports programs, Victor Valley College Rams, and Barstow College Vikings athletic events, including flashbacks to this date in High Desert sports and entertainment history. We hope you'll join us right here on Victor Valley TV. That's a wrap on this edition of Terry Kurtz Online. On behalf of Victor Valley Television Productions, thank you for watching. We hope to see you again next time around.